Today, we are diving into a molecule that is so incredibly simple, you've probably never even given it a second thought. Its name is glycine. But don't let that simplicity fool you for a second, because this tiny little amino acid holds some pretty epic secrets. Secrets that stretch from the very beginning of life all the way to how well you're going to sleep tonight.
So what is glycine really? Well, it's the smallest, simplest of all the amino acids. And those are the fundamental building blocks that make up every single protein in your body. The easiest way to think about it? It's like the original, most basic Lego brick in the entire set of life.
But what if I told you this simple molecule is actually a superstar in disguise? What if it holds the keys to getting a better night's sleep, having stronger joints, and maybe even understanding the very origin of life on this planet? Well, that's exactly what we're about to find out.
Believe it or not, our story doesn't start here on Earth. Nope, it begins way out there, in the vastness of space. To really, truly understand glycine, we have to look up at the stars, where its cosmic journey began, long before our world was even a thing.
This timeline right here shows just an incredible journey of discovery. I mean, think about it. We first found glycine back in 1924, and we got it from something as totally ordinary as gelatin. But then you fast forward to today, and NASA's Stardust mission literally finds glycine in the dust of a comet. This is a complete game changer. It suggests that the fundamental building blocks of life might not have started here at all, but were actually delivered to a baby Earth from the deepest parts of space. Wild, right?
Okay, so from the vastness of space, let's zoom all the way down into the ridiculously intricate workings of the human brain. Because this little cosmic traveler, it landed on Earth and eventually became a non-negotiable partner in how you think, how you learn, and how you remember every single moment of your life.
Now, to see how glycine works its magic in the brain, you have to get to know something called the NMDA receptor. You can think of it like a super sophisticated gatekeeper in your brain cells. It's often called a coincidence detector because it only opens up when multiple signals show up at the exact same time. And this process, it's absolutely fundamental for learning and making new memories. So, how does this gate actually open? Well, picture a high-security lock that needs two different keys turned at the exact same time to unlock. The first key is a pretty famous neurotransmitter you've probably heard of, glutamate. But here's the catch. Glutamate alone can't open the lock. It's just standing there with one key. It needs a second key, a partner, a co-agonist, and that second key is glycine. No glycine, no entry. The gate stays shut, and those critical brain signals just can't get through. And this one simple action, glycine helping to open that gate, it has absolutely profound consequences. When it happens, it enables learning, it enables memory formation, and it enables something called synaptic plasticity, which is just the brain's incredible ability to adapt and rewire itself. Literally, every new skill you pick up, every memory you make is possible in part because of glycine. All right, so we've gone from its foundational role in how our brain works to now one of the most practical, real-world benefits of glycine, getting a better night's sleep. And this is where the science gets really, really interesting for our day-to-day lives. And the research is surprisingly specific on this. Clinical studies all point to a very clear, effective dose. It's 3 grams. 3 grams of glycine, taken about an hour before you go to bed, can seriously improve your sleep quality. This isn't just some wellness fad. It's a scientifically tested protocol. So how in the world does it work? Well, it's pretty cool, actually. It's all about temperature. See, for you to fall asleep, your core body temperature has to drop a little bit. Glycine gives this process a helping hand by increasing blood flow to your extremities, your hands and feet, which lets heat escape more easily. It's basically helping your body turn down its own internal thermostat, which sends a crystal clear signal to your brain that, hey, it's time to rest. And the data from the clinic is just so compelling. In controlled studies, people who took glycine fell asleep a solid 10 to 15 minutes faster than the people who took a placebo. Now, that might not sound like a crazy amount of time, but for anyone who's ever just laid there staring at the ceiling, you know that's a huge, huge improvement. But maybe the biggest win for glycine is how it stacks up against prescription sleep aids. While a lot of medications can actually mess with your natural sleep cycles, glycine just supports your body's own process. And that means you get the benefits of better sleep without that awful morning grogginess, or, importantly, the risk of dependence. But glycine's benefits don't just stop when you wake up, not even close. It's also an absolute powerhouse for your physical body. It plays a key role in both the actual structure that holds you together and the fuel that keeps you moving. It has two main jobs here, and honestly, they're both massive. First, it's a direct building block for creatine. You know, that famous compound that gives you that explosive, immediate energy for your muscles when you're sprinting or lifting something heavy. So more glycine means more raw material for that power. And second, it is absolutely essential for producing collagen. And collagen? I mean, it is literally the stuff you're made of. It's the most abundant protein in your entire body. It's the scaffolding for your skin, the tough flexibility in your tendons, the cushion in your cartilage. Without a steady supply of glycine, your body simply cannot build or repair these critical tissues effectively. It's that important.
This quote from Yam Nutrition just perfectly captures the bigger picture here. As vital as fueling our muscles and building our connective tissue are, those are just two chapters in glycine's massive, ever-expanding story. The more we study this simple molecule, the more we realize just how deeply it is woven into the very fabric of our health.
So let's bring this all home, from a journey across interstellar space all the way down to the microscopic processes happening inside our cells right now. Glycine truly is the simplest superstar.
Just look at this resume. In the cosmos, it's a building block of life found in comets. In your brain, it's an essential co-pilot for memory. For sleep, it's a natural thermostat. And for your body, it's the foundation for your muscles and joints. It does it all. It's really an incredible testament to the power and just the elegance of simplicity in biology.
And all of this leaves us with one final, pretty fascinating question. If the simplest amino acid imaginable can have such a massive, wide-ranging impact on literally everything we are, what other incredible secrets are just waiting out there to be discovered, hiding in the seemingly ordinary molecules that are all around us?